Right. Hello, welcome everybody. I suppose this is the world record commentary for, this is something I didn't expect to do. Fucking talk about surprises, like... I did not expect to see myself doing a world record commentary for a while. Like, honestly, like, this is a surprise. Get your high YouTubes in, because it is YouTube time. This is going up on the channel-o. The channel-o. It's going up on the Chanel. Let's watch, shall we? Alright, let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. Nice music. Good DJing, Laura. Proud of you. So, from the start, huh? Should I have game audio on, or should I just have music? You know, I'm just gonna have music. We're just gonna have the Gran Turismo soundtrack on. Fucking keep playing. Keep playing. Unmute. Play.
Come.
Come, if you insist. Actually, you know what? I will bring the splits up, actually. No, that doesn't work. Sorry. Okay, let's just have a look. Look, I'll dictate what's going on as it happens. You know, like, nothing of interest. Like, this Artisans was absolutely nothing of interest. This is one of those Artisans that you just do not give a fuck about. I think I ended up, well, yeah, Mr. Red. Woohoo! Incredible. Riveting.
Come, can.
Me too, Sodomite. Why didn't I free Nesta? I don't like him. He smells. He smells bad. Do I get all the chests here? Yes, I do. That's nice. We do get all the chests there. So here's, like, I'll preface this by saying my movement on this day was, like, exceptionally good for some reason. Like, even after, like, I just finished doing runs, like, at the time of recording this, like, we just finished doing runs. But, even looking at this gameplay now, it feels inherently a little bit faster than what I was just doing. And I know that's not true. Like, I know that is absolutely not true because, like, it feels slower when you're doing it with your hands, but when you're watching it back, it looks faster. But regardless of that, this day in particular, I was playing really, really damn well. And it's really surprising because, you know what, I had slept for about, I'd been awake for about 3 hours at this point, right? 3 hours I had been awake. I had slept for about 2. I was fucking out of it. I hadn't had anything to eat. This is like peak me not taking care of myself. This is peak me possessed by the grind. And ready to, like, just fucking, just zombie my way through runs. Yeah, like, you're right, Floppy. Sometimes, you know, yeah, look at, oh, you actually can't see me. You know what, I'm actually gonna I'm gonna fix that. Let's bring this down a bit. You guys gotta see. You guys gotta, like, see what's going on. There we go, that'll do. Just so you can see, like, my reaction and shit. Look at me fucking yawn here. Look at my face. Fucking sleepy ass bitch. Fucking shaking my head awake. Oh, that's when Feather followed. Thank you again for the follow, Feather. Oh, right. I completely fucking forgot. I mashed wrong on Nils. I completely mashed wrong on Nils. Look. I let go of... I stopped mashing X on the frame before I was supposed to. So Nils, like, kind of popped out for a second. I lost a second to that. And you know what? I shit you not. Me failing to mash Nils could very well be the contributing reason to me not, to me getting the right rat RNG. I shit you not. Me mashing Nils improperly was probably the cause of the right rat RNG. That follow was the first time seeing an 80% run. You normally watch 120. Oh, well, hell of a run to tune into. Yeah, nothing else about this town square was particularly interesting. It was going to be way better if I didn't fuck up mashing Nils. It would have been incredible. First time you tuned into a run was with this world record by pure chance. Yeah, like, in 2 ways. It was a world record in 2 ways. 1, obviously the end time, 37:55, but 2, the Dreamweaver split, which we also measure pretty competitively. Because obviously, like, with Rat Proxy in the end game, it being RNG and stuff, Any percent runners tend to measure their Dreamweaver splits, which is the split just before going into Rat Proxy, because that measures how fast you got 6,000 gems, 50 dragons, and 5 eggs. It's a pretty, like, safe way to measure that. And I had literally gotten the first and only 35 in history on this run, so that's, like, 2 for 1. Yeah, 338 artisans. Pretty standard. Nothing fancy. See how the rest of this goes. I don't remember. So this Peacekeepers was actually pretty good. I remember it's a 9-minute flat Peacekeepers, but I think most of that could be attributed to, yes, those are the same Diet Coke cans in the windowsill. Most of it can be attributed to the Clifftown I had, which the Clifftown I had in this run was a 152, which I didn't even think was fucking possible. I thought a 153 with my route was the limit, but I proved myself very wrong here. 247 on gems. That makes me -4 actually, which is actually not that bad. I've only missed 4 gems this entire run, which is very good to see. I don't remember anything particularly exciting happening in this Dry Canyon though. We'll have to wait and see. Good jump. Oh, funny little bonk on the stair. Hilarious. Hilarious bonk. Can I get hilarious too in chat? Turn around, get the funny vulture. Missed that green because I trusted Sparks way too much. Good setup for that jump. Yeah, all good. Skitter it up, land on the dragon angle. Beautiful. If not for that bonk, this also would have been like close to gold. Yeah, 147. Definitely could have made that a 146 if I didn't bonk. Nice running into the stream. Have a nice day / night. You too, Asian Snack. Yeah, Clifftown entry was good. When you charge through those 3 guys, you got 2 options. You can just hold, charge, and jump to get through them, like as soon as Spyro squeezes through the hitbox, or you can deliberately stop charging. You can jump and then charge to get through like the patch of those enemies a little bit sooner. I chose to do that, and I think it saved like 0.1 seconds. All right, so this Clifftown was fucking nuts. Magic stair up over to the bridge. Standard Mama proxy. Didn't get the free blue, unfortunately. That's very rare, though. How many gems do I miss? I don't think I miss many gems. I get this flame charge. Yeah, that's good. That's a tough flame charge to hit, by the way. You need to be in the right position for that. Good stuff. Oh, I think I remember what I do here. For some reason, I was really feeling like optimizing this Clifftown. So I do a different strat on this jump here. Normally, yeah. So I just kind of land and turn it around. That saves like a second, but normally I just charge out and then I fade back, turn around, charge, like do a charging jump over to the other side. It's a little, it's obviously safer. And it's like the standard way of doing things. I guess I just felt like optimizing that section. So far, oh, okay, that's the gem I miss. I was about to say so far I haven't missed a gem. Yeah, so far I've only missed 3 gems in this entire Clifftown, and it's really good. 705 Enzo Touch is really good. That's about 4 seconds ahead of a standard decent pace. Good flame charge in that chest there. Shout outs to Disaliza. Beautiful 152. You can see me fucking screaming there. So I genuinely like had no idea that a 152 was even possible. 733 gems leaving that level is also really good. And then I immediately got the 1 gem that I don't want to get. So let me explain this section right here. Let's get those enemies out of the way. Let's go back a bit. Let me explain this section. So you see this enemy, and this enemy, right? These 3 enemies can be in any position, right? But they're always in a certain spawn pattern. This one over here is always the green, and it's always closest to you, okay? If you're trying to figure out which of these 2 enemies are which, the green is always closest to you, and the blue is always furthest away. So I immediately saw that this guy was too far off to the left, and was like, okay, not worth going out of my way to get that. Like, in that split second of like the milliseconds of time I had that information. Like, look at this. Look how long I had this information for. Boom. That's it. In that instant, I decided, nope, not going for this guy. So I go over to the right where I know that both of these guys are blues, and I see that they're in a certain position where if I charge this guy and then flame charge this guy, I could get both of these blues and save some time later coming out of Night Flight on the way to Ice Cavern. But my goofy ass decided to fucking flame charge the first one and possibly extend the flame into the other guy. But I ended up missing the flame charge on the one I needed and hitting the flame charge on the one enemy I don't need, because you don't actually need to get this guy early. You don't have to, because this guy is pretty much guaranteed to you're pretty much guaranteed to get him on your way from Ice Cavern, on your way from Night Flight to Ice Cavern. So this is the one gem I didn't need. So theoretically, if I were to take the same lines as usual, I'm now -7. I technically just lost 7 gems there. But later coming out of Night Flight, I do go out of my way to get that blue back. So really, I'm only -2. We've got to get this music back. Whoops. That's too sad. That's also too sad. Fuck it, this'll do. Alright, Dr. Champ. No chest double. It's pretty 50-50 whether or not you hit that chest double. It's very precise to land that consistently. But I don't think anything went particularly wrong in this Dr. Champ. I think I hit all my flames as usual. Yeah, hit all my flames, hit all my charges. Beautiful. Shout outs to Gran Turismo, for real. For real, for real. Don't miss any gems. Beautiful fucking charge jump into the whirlwind there. Got all 4 of those. Got all 3 of those. Nice roll. Ah. Beautiful. The only thing I could have improved in that Dr. Shemp was getting the chest double at the start. And for that reason, it was like a 101 instead of a 1 minute flat. Alright, so 911 gems. That's actually really good. Usually I'm about 905 leaving that level. So I'm like +6 on my gem count. Like, here is where I start to really lose track of precise gem counts. Like, it just kind of... It's just kind of based on feel in this part of the game. It gets more precise later on, like in high caves, there's usually a precise number I want to be at when I'm leaving. But for now, I'm on a pretty good gem count, like it feels good. Night Flight. Does anything in particular happen here? I don't know. We'll have to find out. I'm just gonna shimmy through this a bit. I don't think anything of interest happens here. We'll see how this turn goes. Yeah, standard good turn. I don't miss any arches or flames or anything. Yeah, no, perfect. What was the end time on that? That's what I want to see. Oh, wow. 1 minute point 16. Yeah, so that was a good Night Flight. That was quite good. Inception. We're doing world record commentary. Juan de Plaza. So it's 1264. Considering I've got a blue out here to get is... Yeah, so I went out of my way for that blue. That did lose me about, like, 0.4 seconds, I want to say. It was worth it, though, if you ask me. And then grabbing these 7. Putting me up to 12. Which means, yeah, 1276 entering Ice Cavern is, like, the gold standard. That's exactly, like... That means you've missed a couple, but... You're fine. You're absolutely fine. That means you don't have to go for any extras in this level. Like, you don't have to worry. Like, even if you miss a couple, you're still probably going to be fine. Even though missing gems in Ice Cavern is, like, not the most common occurrence. It's easier to miss gems in the latter half of the level, but in the first half, it's very consistent to get all the gems. Speaking of which, I think this Ice Cavern was, like, absolutely standard. I think this is, like, a 213. Ice Cavern. Yeah, I only missed a red there. Good flame charge, good drop down, get the extra red there, turn around. Blind flame sweep. Beautiful. Yeah, good section there. Flame that, fucking sweep that big guy to the left so you can jump through where his hitbox normally would be. Very important little tech there. Same for this guy. It's just sweeping those big guys out of the way is, like, imperative for this level. Like, there is a reason I flame those guys at a weird angle, and it's to make sure I don't bonk when I'm trying to pass through where they were. Charge, jump charge, charge. Magic stairs. Beautiful. Right to left strat. I love that strat. Very safe. Barely loses time. Do I get both the reds here? Yes, I do. Beautiful. This is a very good ice cavern. Hi, YouTube. That's you, Waffle. Yeah, very good. I don't even think I got snowballed at the end of this because, yeah, no, I don't get snowballed, which is really bad. So let me explain the snowball because I know, like, a lot of people, like, pick up on me saying, oh, I got snowballed. Let's go back a bit. Thank you, Jamie. Let's break this down. So pretty much, you see the snowball throwing guy here. When you cross his path, you see how he was ready to throw a snowball? He waits until you stop on the dragon or, like, are in the general vicinity of the dragon to throw it. And if we advance this frame by frame, you might be able to just barely see. Does the snowball come into vision? No, doesn't quite. So in other runs, you'd be able to see that snowball coming towards me. It just depends on the line you take. Yeah, you could see the snowball like going past me, so I didn't get hit by it. If you're unlucky, you get hit by that snowball like the frame before you start the dragon animation, or like in that really brief interval after the dragon animation and then leaving the level. And if you get hit by that, you're now down to blue sparks, which can really fuck you over gem-wise in Alpine Ridge, and I'll show you why when we get there. Banger. If I recall, something weird happened in this in the start of Magic Crafters. I just can't remember what. Good flame charge. Could have taken that a little bit tighter. I've been struggling with that thief a lot lately. I think I definitely need to relearn that a bit. Grab the gem. Grab all of those. Boom, boom, boom. Love it. So far, so good. Oh, he raises his platform there. Okay. Yeah, no. Minor time loss. Like, really minor. Like, 0.2 seconds at most. Good gem count. 1553 means pretty much, like, if I don't miss any gems in this Alpine, I'm going to be around, like, high 1890. Which means with the 11 I get on the way to High Caves means I'm going to be, like, in a really good position for gems. So let's see how this goes. Kind of wonky on that first spring chest, but obviously I made the cycle just fine. For some reason, I had an insistence on not rolling on some of these fan chests just to get, like, better flame timing, and that cost me that green there. Because normally when we roll, it's to get ourselves in a better position for, like, the impending, like, charge ahead. And because I was out of position, I couldn't quite make it to the green. Let me explain. So, all right. I completely glossed over what I was going to explain. I'll keep this short, but pretty much, if you got snowballed in Ice Cavern, after you charge through these loose gems, we see this fodder here. We need to give this fodder a name. And you know what? I'm going to call this fodder Michael. Fucking Michael over here can very easily block your whole entire flame from reaching this guy. All right? And so if that flame gets blocked, not only will you not hit the enemy within his flame and you'll have to reflame, but if you're blue Sparks, Sparks will also be eating this right now. Like, even if the flame gets blocked, Sparks would be eating right now, which means no problem for getting this, but he will still be eating when you're over in this section. And we rely on Sparks to help pick up these 5, or like usually 4, but sometimes 5 loose gems. And so if Sparks is eating right now, you're fucked. You're going to miss out on those. And something I've noticed, that if Sparks is eating and you try to go out of your way to pick up some of these gems loose, you're really often going to miss this guy who has a 5. So you could get double fucked if Sparks is eating there. You know? But, thankfully, none of that happened. This is a very good Alpine. We hit the cycle, we got all the extras. So far, I don't think... so far, I've only missed a single green in this entire level. And we're, like, really, like, far ahead of cycle. Oh, fuck. My payment got declined because my card changed. God damn. I ordered a hat off of Amazon and I just realized my payment got declined. Because, like, I got sent a new... Oh, fuck. Okay. I got sent a new card and I have to change it. Anyway, this yellow was what cost me quite a few seconds in this Alpine. And pretty much my strat is to flame it, charge into the corner, grab the blue, turn around, and then just charge past it as normal. And 99.99% of the time, Sparks picks it up. Except for this time, he didn't fucking see it, Sparks, you blind bitch. So immediately you can see I noticed that and I was like, fuck, gotta go back for it. Because I did not want to miss out on a 10. At this point, I had had so many runs that I had been losing to missing 10s specifically. Like, I had been missing a shitload of yellows, and I was getting so tired of it. So I went out of my way to fucking make sure I don't miss that. No bun, it doesn't have a green bottom brick. Like, I specifically bought it because it doesn't have one of those. Do I hit the animation skip? Yes, I do. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, only ended up missing another green there. So, all in all, I only missed 4 gems in this entire Alpine. Which would have made it 3-4-4 if I'd gotten everything properly. So a little less gems than I would have liked in that Alpine, but no big deal. The pace is still really good. Like 15-11 Alpine exit is really good. Accidental bonk on that thief. When you bonk on that thief, it usually does mean you can get that extra green for free. But I think I ended up missing the other green at the top there, so I broke even, which is kind of tragic. So at this point, I'm like, okay, mental refresher. Just have a good high caves, and everything will be fine. I think I hit all my flame charges here. Yeah, standard stuff. All good. I hate green so much, I even miss green gems, yeah. Alright, well the cycle's good here. Yes, perfect. That's exactly what you want. You need that right platform to be like coming towards the left as you start that section. Because if it's like, sometimes if the camera's really weird going into this level, it can start the cycle early. And that platform will be like halfway left, going all the way to the left. And if you get that cycle, you end up losing time because the other platform is going out to the right. You know, you just have to take everything wider. It's pretty much just like forced time loss. Other than that, I think everything else went absolutely fine here in this high caves. Yeah. Oh, I get all the gems. Beautiful. Good gem collection there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause on the gem. Beautiful exit there. Yeah, 137. It only would have been a little bit faster if I didn't fuck up the home world. But this is, as it stands, this is like only the second time I had a sub 1650 high caves exit. Like, it was a really good run. Like, really fucking good. And leaving Magic Crafters, this does turn out to be the best pace of my life. Oh, I bonked on... Was the peak there? I didn't realize I did that. Huh. I forgot about that. I guess I tuned that out. So here I'm only +4 on gems now. So we did bring it back a bit. Out of, well, not that we were ever down, but yeah, we're +4 on gems right now. And considering Wizard Peak is a level where you can very easily lose gems, I was like, okay, I'm good. But that doesn't mean I have to, like, it doesn't mean I can take risks, you know? So I was still very safe here with my gem collection. I think I don't miss anything major. Let's see how the supercharge goes. We'll be able to tell. 1, 2, perfect. Turn it round. 1, 2, 3. Do I get all of these? Yep. I get the... Oh, right. I got an extra high jump, which cost me about 7 gems there. And I'm not quite convinced that I got this third guy here. I definitely kill him, but I'm not quite convinced I get his gem. Let's keep advancing. I get 1, 2. Yeah, I think I was just slightly out of his gem pickup like range. So I got that. I got that. 1, 2. Oh, I do get it. Wow, you can barely see that. Just for like 1 frame. Let's keep going back. 1 frame, you can see that I actually did get that blue. Where is it? Come on. Where's the frame? Yeah, there it is. You literally 1 frame to see that I actually did get that blue. Incredible. This section went absolutely fucking swimmingly. I love getting that section right so much. I mean, you gotta think about it, Dowie. Like, every single gem in this run counted because I left Jacques with 6,000 flat. And that you gotta remember, the exact timing to the frame that I leave Leave Dreamweavers going into Nasty's World dictates, like, what rat I'm gonna get. Like, every single individual little movement adds up to the one rat cycle you're gonna get, and I hit it. So everything I did in this run was the perfect storm to give me a rat that worked, you know? Did I miss anything here? Yo, so apparently I missed 10. I know I missed the 7 in the chest. I don't know. Regardless, I'm like -6 at this point, so I'm like, okay, that's fine. Just keep going. This section here got a lot of praise in the comments, and I'm, like, really not surprised why. That was fucking gorgeous. Let's go back a bit. Charge over here. Flame extend, double spring chest. And then not only do I get a really clean boulder skip, but you can just barely see, I get this extra red as well. Right in the nick of time. And I got such a good boulder skip that you can actually see. This is what we look out for every single time we attempt boulder skip. If you do it well enough, you can just barely start to see the shine of the dragon pedestal animation poking through the portal. Because that renders on top of everything else when you free a dragon. And so if your boulder skip is good enough, you can see it happen, and that confirms that you got the trick. And that's really good for peace of mind. You can see me like, oh, yes, I got it. Like, you can see the fucking peace of mind I had knowing I got boulder skip on that. So I'm very happy about that. I'm gonna skip through Crystal Flakes. There's really nothing of interest here. Blah, blah, blah. I really try to optimize it. Still not a 52. Ashriel is a cheater. Lol. I'm joking. 122, not so bad. I mean, the other half of it is just by feel, Gabu. But sometimes there is visual confirmation. I think this Blowhard was pretty good. Get all the gems entering, naturally. One, two, three. See how I handle this cycle. One, two, turn it around. So actually, you know what? I do want to talk about this, right? I want to talk about the way I approach this cycle, because I changed how most runners approach this cycle, and I'm still stunned that other runners aren't picking this up. So pretty much I do this as fast as possible, blah, blah, blah. Like, this is no different to what other runners do. But here's... Let's get some space to look at what we're looking at here. That'll do. So pretty much what most runners used to do, for some reason, is that they'd get this guy, and then go to the left to get this spring chest, go to the right to get this spring chest, and then go to the left to get this enemy, and then go to the right. They do like a weird fucking zigzag pattern. And to me, that made no sense. Because look how these guys line up perfectly to go straight to this spring chest. So you get that spring chest, and now you're only doing one big zigzag instead of the whole way up. And because of that, it's so much easier to catch the fast cycle, to the point where I could play this completely safely and still be fast, you know? Like, if I were feeling braver with my movement there, I absolutely could have gotten super fast cycle there for free. It would have been free to get that if I were feeling braver and more confident with my movement. But I knew that this was a really good run at this point, so I didn't want to risk pushing anything. And you can see that in how I approach this fireworks chest. Oh, here's something to talk about. So, this is really funny. So sometimes, like, once in a blue moon, Blowhard can send his cloud to you over early. And I just barely managed to get past the hitbox of this one, extend my flame, and then as soon as Blowhard takes a hit on any of these phases, the damage from his attacks become inactive, which allowed me to charge right into that one to pick up the gem. That's not a real car, that is the Gran Turismo soundtrack. Yeah, so you can see how I was playing it safe here. Usually I like to jump and catch that gem out the air, but I was not feeling it. Blowhard goes off to the right, flame him left. Baba Booey, catch all the gems. I think it's a 133. Yeah, actually, there's time save on that Blowhard, to be honest. There's plenty of time save. I lost 0.5 on that one. 3392, this is what I'd say it's like an average gem count. It could be a little better, but it could definitely be worse. I'm like 12 gems up on a bad gem count and about -8 on a good one. Yeah, so 2206 Magic Crafter's Exit is my new best. Like, that remains my best. Obviously, it's only been a couple days, like, obviously, like, I'm sure I'll be able to beat that at some point. There were mistakes in that Magic Crafters. I had another 923 Magic Crafters today off of one that didn't actually seem so great, so there's definitely potential to improve it. But we'll have to get there when we get there. So here at this point, like, naturally, Beastmakers is where my nerves start to creep in a bit. But I knew that I'd been on this pace so many damn times that I don't know. Obviously, my nerves were starting to shine a little bit with missing those 4 gems, but it wasn't as big of a deal as, like, it could have been. I don't really know what possessed me to play so well in this Beastmakers, honestly. Like, I was nervous. I was hella nervous. I always am going into Beastmakers on a good pace. And that's not a good thing. Because, like, obviously being nervous is never a good thing. Like, well, I mean, sometimes it is. It means you're human, but, like, being nervous in Beastmakers is really early to be nervous. Especially for a top-level runner. Especially for a fucking record holder. Like, being nervous in Beastmakers is, like, very uncharacteristic for a high-level speedrunner of this game. But I am. And so I'm like, okay, just play. Just play to the best of your ability. And you know what? That is exactly what I did. Pick up this new flight route that I learned from Ash. This flight route has been a fucking lifesaver, honestly. It's so much quicker. It saves me, like, almost a whole second on the flight itself and then saves extra time on the animation cancel. So that 154 wild flight there was pretty much free to get, even with grabbing some extras. So here's where my gem count really starts to become of the utmost importance. Like, if it wasn't already, it becomes doubly important now. And I'll explain why. So pretty much when we go into Misty Bog, we always get 36 on the way. And here is where I have to do some really fucking quick maths, right? Because the target gem count leaving Misty Bog is 4250, right? And the gems you can get in Bog can range anywhere from 400 flat to like 448. This world record was a couple days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. You can see it here. 2 days ago. But yeah, pretty much from like 400 flat to 448. And so I need to look at this number and immediately crunch the fucking numbers. I usually just look at the last 2 digits because we get 400 anyway. And I knew that I needed 29 to make this 50. So that means I need 429 gems. And immediately, in that tiny time span of time, I have to route the entire level out in my head. I need to know what gems to skip, what gems to get, what to prioritize, what to not prioritize. And this was a very average gem count, so I had the freedom of just taking the slightly longer gem route, but being able to play it fast. And I remember there was, yeah, so I had to flame that early. I wasn't going to go out of my way for that. I ended up picking that back up later. Pre-flame on this boar, because flame charging that boar in particular is a piece of shit. Hi, Mia. This section was, yep, absolutely fine. I remember in this exact moment right here, I got really dissociative in my head. You know, sometimes when you're speedrunning, and if you're on like a really good pace and you're like really trying to hold it together, it can feel like you're not actually playing the game, like you're watching the game be played by someone else. That's exactly how I felt in this moment. It felt like really disconnected. For a brief moment. Only very briefly. I snapped it back in, but yeah, for a brief moment that was worrisome. Because usually when that happens, that's when my mistakes start to creep through. It's a good thing I snapped out of it, you know? So at this point I'm like, okay, that was a good start. But this section right here is where, you know, bogs tend to go to die. But we got really, really good enemy RNG here for those 2 sections. Good boar flame charges, just perfect. Sweep that guy out the way, get the spring chest, beautiful charges. Mwah! That section was almost textbook. We only missed a green right at the start of that section. But that's really negligible considering my gem count. Charge jumps across there. Beautiful, you love to see that. I do the merry-go-round strat there, which Deo doesn't. Get all those gems. These fucking spring chests, they got me. Oh, I bonk on the stairs. Oh, that's interesting. But yeah, these spring chests, they fucking got me again, I think. Yep. Sweeped the other flame a little bit too fast, but it's fine. That barely cost me any time. There's that blue I flamed earlier. I go out of my way for it, not even fucking with the jump, because I felt like the blue was worth it more than just cutting the line slightly faster. And so at this point, I'm like, okay, this run is getting a little bit too good for comfort. If I had a better Guantan here, this absolutely could have been a sub 27 bog. But no dice. The start of it was really good, but because of... let's break this down a bit. The start of this Guantan was really good. So immediately, when I'm in here, I have to fucking... Usually... Here's my process for Guantan. When we go in, I always do a blind flame because there's usually always a frog here. I kill it. I realize I killed two. I'm like, okay, what's next? I see this frog is in the way of this frog, which is always there. So I'm like, okay, charge this guy and then fucking attempt to double flame these frogs, which I do. I get the flame charge off and then immediately start turning it to the right. But because of that other frog that was in front of the one at the back, it meant that I took this line too wide, which gave this frog ample time to lick me, which was what started to put this Guantan on a bit of a downward spiral. Yeah, you can see me kind of fuck around trying to pick up that gem there. There's a lot more to Guantan than just like reaction time and praying. There's a method to the madness in there. So I think I leave with 438, which is 9 more than I needed. Which is really damn good. Yeah, 4259. At this point, I'm like, okay, this is my best pace ever, and I'm on a good gem count. So, like, fuck. Now I'm like, okay, let's get past Stone Knot, and then we could be on 35, you know? Like, obviously, this is 35 pace. But these 3 levels, Bog, Treetops, and Metalhead, they are the easiest levels to completely fuck you over in. And so I knew at this point, I'm like, okay, it's not over. Just keep going. Like, I'm still in the thick of it here. Yeah, TGO, new world record. 37:55. The old thief race. Standard stuff. Should I break down how I do the thief race? Yeah, why not? Whilst I'm here. Whilst I'm in the process of doing it. Let's break this down. So pretty much, the way the thief race works is that this thief will always make a stop at every one of these enemies, right? He always just stops to wake them up unless/until you kill an enemy that he would normally stop at, okay? If you kill an enemy before he stops at it, he will then run past it, he won't stop, and he will ignore every other enemy in front of it. That is the important distinction. As soon as he moves past one enemy, he'll move past the rest. That's how his AI works. So the logic behind my thief race strat is to just lag behind him, grab everything I can whilst I stay behind him, and then only at the last possible fucking second, I stay behind him, wait for him to do his animation, then go. Go, 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 go. Have him stop at every single one whilst picking up every gem possible. Well, not every gem. Theoretically, I could like sneak an extra green in there, but it's like really hard. I don't fuck with that. And that's enough to beat him to the dragon pedestal. The old route includes getting him to run past the enemies like kind of halfway through the race, but it loses 10 gems to my route. I calculated my route to be about 2.8 seconds of time loss compared to the other route, but for 10 gems, which is really good. 2.8 seconds for 10 gems is like roughly 4 gems a second. Is it? 2.8. Well, that actually might be a little bit under. I don't know. I like it. It's my strat. I invented it. I will keep it. Sorry you missed it, but you've been out of town for a few weeks and I just got, you're fine. Don't worry about it. You're watching it now, aren't you? Alright. So at this point, I'm now bricking it. Every single time I'm on a goated pace and I'm approaching Stone Knot, I'm fucking bricking it, dude. But you know what? I clutched up here. I hella clutched up. I got all those gems that Sparks usually picks up in a weird order. Got a good charge on this ramp. 1, 2, 3. charge, perfect jump, boom, boom. Got both fucking fan chests. That is exactly what I wanted. The only thing I missed there right at the end was getting the gems slightly quicker, but I only would have saved like 0.5 seconds on that maybe. So that was perfect. That was literally could not have gone better. That stone knot. So at this point now I'm like, okay, I'm here for revenge because 29:19, as you can see here, is 1 second faster than the run I had the day before that, and the run I had the day before that I lost to Metalhead. So at this point I'm like, okay, I'm here for fucking revenge, dude. I lost 15 seconds in the run before that, the day before that, and I was really fucking sad about it. That was after a day of grinding as well. So here I was like, all right, fuck you, I'm here for revenge. Really good start, clean out of bounds, all 3 chests, good jumps down at the bottom, no bonks. Mr. Green there, not really a big deal. My gem count's pretty sound. Grab the extra blue, grab that green, which I very often miss. Extend the flame into the fodder and the fireworks chest. Boom, boom, get those, pick up the reds. Walk to make sure I get those. Flame charge the one on the left. Not flame charging the one on the right is fine, you can pick it up loose. And then, let's go back a bit here. All right, let's go back a bit. Let's rewind. You notice something odd? When I went through this section, where is it? Boom. Free blue. Free blue gem. That's because the line I took and the time I spent down there, it's really like, it's not the most consistent thing in the world for this to happen. It's kind of, we kind of leave it down to fate. But the big guy guarding the ramp down to the dragon, there's usually like a little metal guy in front of him that you're supposed to kick towards you. You're supposed to use that one for bowling like in Vortex if you're familiar. But for some reason the line you can take has him kick the guy early and you get that blue. And not only is it just nice to get that blue early, even though it doesn't matter because you're guaranteed to get that blue anyway. The point is, with that enemy kicked out of the way, it lets us line up the jump between these guys so much easier. Because look at this. If there were normally 2 of these, the other one would be heading straight for me. And then as I charge it, it would be in the way of me flaming this big guy, but it wasn't. So I slightly sweep it to the left, hang left, charge through, boom, beautiful. Nearly get kicked. That is a really hard strat that I kind of took out of my runs. I don't even know why I went for it this run, really. Like, I keep saying I'm not gonna go for that strat, but for some reason, something possessed me to go for that strat this run, and I fucking hit it, and it saved me a second. Which was beautiful. Like I said at the start of the video, everything added up in the perfect storm for me to get a rat proxy that worked this run. So it all worked out, including that bonk. That bonk was a necessary evil. I lost this segment being faster than Deo's to that bonk though, unfortunately. It free smile. Okay, toasted cat. I voted. All right, do I get the... Yeah, I get all the gems there. It's kind of 50-50 whether or not all those gems home in on you. It's weird. I think the rest of this metalhead is absolutely fine. Yep, grab all the gems. Grab you. Catch the gem out the air. Beautiful. And so 15 seconds ahead of a 3610 Dreamweaver's pace. Oh, beautiful. With a really good gem count too. 5128 is more than I usually have leaving Metalhead. So at this point I'm like, fuck. This is the god run. This is the fucking run. Literally. Like, people had been on this pace before, once before. Disalissa had been on this pace before, but she had to get so many extra gems. My gem count is way better than hers. And I'm not saying that to be like, ah, haha, look how much better I am. I'm just saying that, like, this is the fucking run. Like, it does not get much better than this. And so with the 3210 Beastmaker's exit, that beats my best ever pace by 7 seconds. And so I'm like, fuck it, this is it. If I just don't make any major mistakes in this Dreamweavers, I should be fine. How do I not get anxious and choke when I realize a run's that lit? Because I've been on this, I've been in this situation before. Like, I've been on really good paces before. Like, my perspective of a good paces tends to change but the nerve of being on a good pace kind of doesn't. So I just kind of get used to it. Like, I get used to controlling my gameplay when I'm nervous. Like, I do still get nervous, but I'm better at controlling my gameplay whilst I'm nervous is the point. And so this icy flight was fine, except for one major mistake. We're going to skip around to this section here because this pisses me off. That turn was a little safe, which ended up being a little unsafe. Good flames, but I want you to look at this bullshit. I want you to look at this. Excuse me? How does that not hit? You can see me like, fuck, no. I thought it was over. I literally thought it was over. If not for Ash telling me it was fine in that moment, I would have been fucking freaking out. Like, props to Ash right now. Kudos to Ash, literally saving my mentality in that moment with a clutch chat message. Literally like the fucking boxing coach, and I'm in the corner of the ring like, oh, you fucking got this, little Mac. Jesus. So I did lose, like, I lost like 2 seconds to that icy flight. That's one of the time losses in the run. But thankfully we got it. Gem count was really good leading out of this as well. I think going in here we have 564x, which is more than usual. Yeah, 5643 is perfect because that is exactly the gem count you want, to the point where you can do the standard route, like the optimal route, and only miss 1 gem, which is exactly what happened. Ended up not getting the flame charge there, but backed it up fucking perfectly. We need to look at that back up one more time. Oh my god. I go for the flame charge here. Don't know how this doesn't hit exactly. I feel like that was good. I guess I just needed to be closer. Realized it immediately. Boom. Fucking blind jump charge onto the platform. Pick it up naturally. Easy. Fucking moving on. Get both of those. Single cake was... Oh, yeah, I ended up missing the Fool a couple times. That's my nerves starting to creep in. It's a miracle I hit single cake here. That was a bit of a risk. I did get one. Thank you, Pumpkin. Oh, you can see my fucking reaction time in play here. So normally, after we get this guy, we just make a beeline, like we charge straight for this chest. The blue gem was kind of blocking it for a second, like, and Sparks and the 5 couldn't see it until this very frame. And then immediately I had to be like, whoa, fucking hit the brakes. Don't charge into the mushroom. Because if I had charged into that mushroom and Sparks had started eating, I would not have been able to fountain all these gems in. Get the flame charge. Go for the flame on that guy. Sparks does pick it up, thank God. In the moment, that was the right thing to do. To have Sparks eat those fucking gems. Eat that fucking butterfly. Because, like, I want to be on blue Sparks leaving here so that I have gold Sparks going into Coveless. So that I don't have to wait to do any Coveless attempts. Yeah, we need to talk about that fucking dragon. We definitely need to talk about this. Yeah, we need to talk about this. We need to talk about how lucky I got here. Let's put the fucking music back. We need to talk about this. Holy shit. Oh my god. It genuinely does not get much closer than this. And in the moment, I realized, fuck, that was close. But holy shit, I'm so glad that I managed to skip past it. The thing is, if I had freed that... Here's the thing. If I had freed that dragon there, it still would have been record pace, but I don't think it would have... Actually... I don't know. I think it might have still been 35. I don't know how long dragon animations are start to finish. If it was an optimal dragon angle, I think that might have been like a 36 flat. Maybe? Like maybe the 35? I don't know. But regardless, we got the perfect gem count. On that moment, I'm like, fuck yes. And I'm looking at the time, I'm like, I knew it. This is it. And at this moment, I'm like, don't even fuck up the menu. I was like, don't fuck up anything. And then as soon as I get it... Yes! Come on! Let's fucking go! Justified reaction. 35-54! Justified reaction. Very justified. I'd been working towards the 35 for fucking ages up to that point. I really had. Yeah, so this is what I mean. That's why I want to be on blue Sparks. Just so that I can flame one fodder and then immediately go for Coveless. These Coveless attempts were so shit, though. They were really bad. I just couldn't get the charge angle right. I got one up to the top and then didn't even get a proxy. I was like, fuck it. I'm too nervous for this. I was just gonna go straight for rat. I accidentally... So here's the thing. With this rat, I probably could have made this one work if I hadn't gone so far out to the right. So if I had stayed here, the rat probably would have gone and then like stayed here. But because I went to the right, I went into its like field of activation, if you know what I mean. And it ended up taking a slightly lefter turn. And if it's at this angle, it's never going to turn to the right. If it's curving in anti-clockwise or counterclockwise, it will not then start to go clockwise. So immediately, it's not going to work. I said it's not going to work.
That's not going in.
Yeah, that's not going in. I immediately said that's not going in, so I knew it. I still risked it anyway, but obviously, like, it's still going fucking counterclockwise. But here we go. Because it's going counterclockwise and it's facing to the right, I knew for a moment, okay, this is a chance. If it goes round and then curves into the corner, this could be it. And lo and fucking behold, I was right. I was fucking right, dude. That, like, obviously, it's good luck that I got that cycle, but there was a method to the madness there. There was absolutely a method to the madness of me knowing that that cycle could have worked, you know? And knowing exactly how to handle it as well. That's where the 2 years of rap practice paid off. Like, people often like to say that the end game of any percent is just RNG. I mean, 90% of it is, but that 110% where executing rat proxy is in your control and being able to convert rats that look like they're not going to work, that takes a lot of grinding and that takes a lot of understanding of how that fucking fodder works. You know? I fucking bonk here. That seems to be a fucking world record curse. Bonking in the nasty chase. Bonking on the nasty chase during the fucking world records. Because Deo did exactly that in his 37 as well. And then we hit the charge jumps. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the world record for Spyro the Dragon. I did it. I fucking did it. Cheers. Cheers, gamers. Oh my god. And then you can see me like sobbing like a bitch. Like a big fucking baby. Look at me going, I got the fucking world record. I'm allowed to laugh at myself, okay? I'm allowed to. I'm allowed to laugh at myself.
Thank you for the commentary, Laura.
I know where Sodomite. Crying for content. Hey, those are genuine tears, okay? Those were not crocodile tears, okay? That was a real 3 years of hopes and dreams coming to reality there. Honestly, like, I spent... To get real for a second, let's get some more appropriate music. Fuck. Better music, please. Ugh. You know what? This music sucks. Fuck it. How about this? Look. Point is, this was like 3 years of every single day me sitting there and being like, whenever I had a spare moment and like I just started drifting into my own mind, I was thinking about any percent. I was thinking about improving. I was thinking about one day maybe getting world record. Like even all the way back when I had a 41 and I was trying to work past my 41.54 before Tooth Roll was found. You know, when I was trying to get sub 40 with Tooth Roll, when I was moving on to trying to get 38 for the first time with Rat, during my fucking awful second place grind. All of that time, I spent every single fucking day, every single day, just waiting, hoping, and just dreaming about maybe getting world record in this game. You can see it in my face, man. You can see it. You can literally see just how fucking... Just... just how crazy it was. God damn. Yeah. It was a good day. I'm glad to have done it. And you know what? Like I said, You know, official statement for the channel, I'm not done. Like, I'm absolutely not done. Yeah, I fucking tried to call Dea. I hoped he would have picked up. And he would have been like, oh, what's up? And they would have been like, oh, guess what? I fucking did it. I would have been like all happy and shit. And then as soon as I would have hung up, I would have started fucking crying again. Because I'm a big girl. I don't cry in front of the yo man. But you know what? Like, I'm not done. Oh, thank you, Dabu.
Thanks for the insight and so happy that your hard work and passion has paid off so thoroughly.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. No, he didn't call me back. Literally, the only words he said to me, like, apart from the video he put out, the only thing he said to me since my world record, like, including till now, the only thing he said to me is he DM'd me, congrats. That's it. That's it. That's all he sent me. That's literally all he said to me, bro. Oh my god. I'm not mad. No, I'm not mad. No, I didn't want. I don't want validation from him or anything. No, I don't. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. Wait. I'm gonna fucking cry. Anyway, official statement, okay? I'm not done. I'm still not done with any percent. Like, literally, at the time of recording this, I just got done with some runs, like, or at least some attempted runs. I'm super sleepy, but, like, yeah, I'm not done. I'm gonna push this further. I lost 26 seconds in the end game here to not getting a first try rat. 26 seconds to not a first try rat, and 24 seconds to not a first try coveless. So, like, first try either one of those could very easily, like I hate to say it, I could 37 3x any day now. Like, it's not gonna be, like, this isn't gonna be a fucking something to work towards. Like, this isn't gonna be something I need to improve to get. This is, again, just something I need to keep banging my head against the wall for. Like, keep putting the paces out, keep trying the coveless methods, and, you know, maybe one day I'll get it. That's my goal, anyway, because I tried 120. I really did. Yesterday, I tried doing some 120 runs. The plan was that I was going to move on to 120 for a bit. Fucking hate it. Can't do it. Official statement today, oh man. You can fucking keep 120. You can keep it. I don't want it. Anyway, that's all. I'm gonna leave you guys there. Thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far, post cute. That's being way too much laid out. Just say something nice. Post something nice in the comments. Say goodbye, YouTube. And chat, say goodbye to YouTube. That's what I meant to say. Say bye to YouTube. We're going. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, y'all. Cheers.
Bye, YouTube.
Sorry, I coughed over that. All right.